Organizers with the Social Aid and Pleasure Club say the New Orleans Police Department now requires them to carry a new insurance policy when it comes to second lines.
Yeah, conversation about that new policy is set to take place today at the City Council meeting. And the organizers of the Social Aid and Pleasure Club say that the second lines may be in question here as a result of this insurance policy, because they say that the timing came a little quick here. Winston Reed is live to explain the back and forth here and why those organizers fear that they may be in trouble this second line season.
Well, the organizers say it's all about protecting the elderly. We're about 3 weeks away from the second line season, and right now the NOPD and the Social Aid and Pleasure Clubs can't come to an agreement on a new policy. That policy is NOPD requesting that these social aid and pleasure clubs acquire a $5 million insurance policy on the utility trailers or trolleys. And for over a decade, these trolleys have been used to carry elders throughout the route, so that way they can continue to participate in these cultural events without having to walk the entire route. It's more so for their safety and their overall enjoyment of the second lines. And during a protest earlier this week at Gallier Hall, culture bearers say they have not been able to find an insurance policy, and they say the timing is really unfair.
We found it kind of to be unjust for them to spring it on us right before the season starts. So we have a club that's about to parade in a few weeks that already is paid for, that we're utilizing these trailers. And yeah, we need some type of time frame to get ready for these stipulations.
In a statement to WWL Louisiana, NOPD said it's about public safety. They said in part, quote, our recent focus on utility trailers stem from the community concerns and our obligation to ensure that all transportation for hire comply with existing safety regulations. So,
and you already know, on this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And before we get into this video today, if you don't like black people, black issues, black talks, get the step. The New Orleans second line tradition has been around for over a century, evolving from its roots in the 19th century benevolent societies and funeral processions. These societies, primarily composed of African Americans, provided social and financial support to their members, and the parades, including the celebratory second line, became a way to honor the deceased and express community pride. Make that make sense. So let me get this straight. Right before second line season starts, they want them to get a $5 million insurance policy, all because of one accident that happened. They want them to make last minute changes. But wait, where is this same energy on January the 1st of this year? The Bourbon Street attack. NOPD allowed a man to drive his truck on Bourbon Street and murder multiple innocent people, and they reopened Bourbon Street a few hours later like nothing ever happened. They don't give a damn about these people. See, a lot of people thought I forgot, but matter of fact, run the tape.
Bourbon Street in New Orleans is back open tonight after yesterday's deadly attack.
The FBI and other investigators wrapped up their work at the scene and handed control of it back to the city. Workers hurried to get the street cleaned back up. At about 3:15 yesterday morning, a man drove his truck down the road, killing 14 people and injuring dozens more before dying in a shootout with police. The attack is being treated as an act of terrorism. The driver was able to cause so much chaos because barriers that had been installed years ago were in disrepair. Today, more substantial barriers are going up. Vendors are returning and businesses were able to open their doors ahead of this afternoon's Sugar Bowl, which was postponed from yesterday.
The Superdome is hosting the Sugar Bowl right there, which was postponed after the attack. Drones and more police officers are now patrolling that area. Security today will be similar to that of the Super Bowl, which the city is also hosting February 9th. Now, the increased police presence and security protections caused Louisiana's Governor Jeff Landry today to say that the city right now is one of the safest places in the country.
Governor Landry says that the threats against America, though, are not done.
This type of event can happen in any city. And that's the tragedy of it. And I think it's important for people to understand that to protect our citizens in America from evil, you have to crush it. You can't go out there and placate it. You can't go out there and say, oh, I'm going to put this in place and that in place and hope that evil doesn't show up on your doorstep, because it will. You have to crush it. And that's what we're going to do here.
Social aid and pleasure clubs are a significant part of the cultural landscape in New Orleans. especially in the context of their historical role in providing support and organizing second line parades. It is important to remember that second lines are deeply rooted in the community and cultural expressions, and their value extends far beyond purely economic terms. However, the economic activity they generate directly and indirectly plays a vital role in supporting the Black community in New Orleans. Make that make sense. Seeing the Black community, when Black people find out, when Black people have ways to make money without racist Caucasian people, they hate that. The racist Caucasian people with so-called power, they hate that. This is a 150-year-old tradition, and they doing whatever it takes to change it slowly make changes and to destroy it, make it make sense. And you have to realize something. We cannot allow that to happen. And if you're from Louisiana, you already know how important the second line parades are in our community. Hell, our parents, our family, our friends, they all had second line parades at their weddings. Tell me I'm lying. Our culture is so strong, and throughout history, they have done whatever. They have tried everything to change it or destroy it. Tell me I'm lying. And I keep telling y'all about these people. The game is cold with them. They don't give a damn. They don't have no feelings. In their community, they don't have no culture. That's why they want to be around us all the time. That's why they have to study us all the time. That's why they have to move to our communities all the time and gentrify, because they have no type of history that they really proud of. All their history is about killing, destroying, and taking over communities. That's it. Tell me I'm lying. After the 2025 New Year's Day attack on Bourbon Street was reopened to the public on the afternoon of January 2nd, 2025, just over 24 hours after a truck attack on New Year's Day. The street was cleared by the FBI and underwent cleaning before reopening to allow for the Sugar Bowl game later that day. Make that make sense. The blood of these innocent people wasn't even dried up all the way, and they still decided to have a football game. Just a little over 24 hours, they reopened Bourbon Street like nothing ever happened. And I bet you none of their insurance policies was increased. Look, New Orleans officials don't give a damn about if people die. New Orleans officials don't give a damn about people's safety. All they care about is money. Tell me I'm lying. So miss me with that safety excuse. All they care about is money. Racist Caucasians think they can move here and make changes. Nah, partner, keep that same goddamn energy you had on January the 1st on Bourbon Street. And no matter what, as Black Americans, they hate that we can still find time to celebrate, even after a funeral, even after a wedding. And no matter what, they hate that even though they had that CIA experiment called Hurricane Katrina, they still try to destroy our people. And guess what? We still find time to celebrate. It's like they can throw anything at us and try to hit us and try to destroy us. We still bounce back. Yeah, we might have a few bruises. Yeah, we might have a limp, but we still bounce back. Tell me I'm lying. And before I go, I have to say this. Last weekend, I went to a second line parade, but this time as a photographer. And it felt so good just to capture the emotions, the joy of our people. And later on, pretty soon, I'm going to post those images in my community post. But I need y'all to listen up. They used Hurricane Katrina to murder our people. They created everything, blowing up the levees. They created their whole situation to run our people out of New Orleans and change New Orleans to NOLA. And if you know, you know. So it's up to us to keep these traditions alive. It's up to us to support our people, because I'm going to always bring awareness on my platform. I'm going to always use my platform to bring awareness, because I see the racism. And yes, I wish I could just do photography and just live my life. But guess what? History repeats itself. And I have to keep bringing awareness to my people so they can stay ready. So it is what it is. I'm out.